Hello, welcome to Chair Yoga. Today we're going to use the chair and we're going to stand. We want to use the chair to assist in our balance because today's affirmation is, I live in balance. So we'll face the chair and we'll just bring our hands down at our side, feet comfortably under your hips. So if you stand really close, that's a little more challenging. If you stand a little bit apart, it's a little more balanced. Find your position of your feet and then drop the hands at your side and breathe and just notice how you feel. Roll the shoulders a couple times back and down, helping with that posture here. And then bring them to stillness and let's lift one arm up and lower it down. And the other arm, still keeping the body relatively still. And now to do the next exercise, you can place your fingers on the chair if you feel that you need to have the chair to assist. Or you can bring them to your hip. And we'll lift one heel and lower it and lift the other and lower. And just rocking from foot to foot, lifting heel, balancing on the toe. And now let's lift both heels and lower them down. And for this practice, you don't need to lift them really high. You want to just keep those shoulders over your hips. Keep a little engagement in your belly. That will assist also. Okay, bringing both feet down. Let's lift and hold. And again, anytime you need your chair, it's right there in front of you to assist with your balance. And then lower down. We'll do that a couple more times. Hold for 3 or 4 breaths if you can. Our affirmation today is, I live in balance. And so we need to talk a little bit about what that balance means. Lower the heels down. Again, lift and hold. So right here, we're balancing. We're living in balance in our yoga practice. And lower down. And we have to think about, what am I doing to hold myself here? Well, I'm using my muscles. I'm engaging. But I'm also focused on what I'm doing. I'm present in this moment. And lower down. And now we're going to use the arms. And again, fingers can be here on the chair. And we lift one arm, both heels. And then the other arm. Take your time. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you release the heels down. Adding the arms adds that challenge. Can you lift both arms here? Both heels. If not, lift both arms, but lift one heel and then down. Get used to using your arms here overhead. Both heels. One heel. The other heel. Both heels. And you can make any pattern with your arms that you want. And pause. Draw the belly in. And now let's come back to our mountain pose. And I'm going to turn towards you, but you can face your chair. And we're going to take one arm across the chest and the other arm across the chest. We're going to engage our abs and draw our pelvic muscles up so that our core is nice and engaged here. Not too tight, but you know that it's working. And then we're going to look downward. Now, if you still feel pretty balanced here as you look downward, lowering your gaze to the floor, stay and breathe. If you want, close one eye, close the other. Closing our eyes and then open the eyes. Closing our eyes challenges our balance. So let's do that again. This time, let's take the opposite hand first across the chest. Switch your hands around. And see if that makes any difference for you. Feet heavy on the floor. Abs engaged, shoulders down. Close your eyes. Keep breathing. Anytime you find yourself stopping or holding your breath, open your eyes and take a couple good breaths. And then open your eyes and release your hands down at your side. So now, facing your chair again, we're going to do the same exercise we just did, but we're going to close our eyes. So be mindful of how you feel today. And if closing your eyes is not available to you today, just wait. Practice the balance poses with the eyes open. So here we go. So my hands are going to be at my side for this one. I'm going to raise one arm and opposite heel this time, and lower it. And then the opposite hand and heel on the other side. Now I'm going to close my eyes and do that same movement. Anytime you feel wobbly, open your eyes, put your hands on your chair, put your foot down. Eyes are closed and we're moving through this movement. And in our mind's eye, picturing what does it look like? How does it feel? And then come to pause, open your eyes. Very nice, good. So now we're going to do a lunge, and so we're going to step one foot forward, the other one back. You can place the heel down or you could have the heel lifted, either way. And we're going to bend that front knee a little bit. Make sure that the knee stays behind the toes. And staying here, we breathe, bringing the chest up, maybe taking our gaze upward and outward instead of down at our feet. And just hold here. Notice my hands are on my chair at first. And then we start to bring one arm up. See how we feel. And the other arm up. Good. And if you start to get wobbly, just bring the hands down and bring that steadiness back to your body. And glance down at the chair now. That changes your orientation, your balance. And then release the arms down. You can touch the chair if you want, but keep the lunge. And we're going to twist. We're going to turn towards that bent leg, turning in the ribs. Maybe taking that arm back behind us. And if you can, just hover the hand over the chair or push the hand forward out in front of you. Moving the upper body now changes our orientation, so our balance starts to challenge. Anytime you need to, put your hand on the chair. One more breath here, and then everybody put your hand on the chair, release the other hand down into the chair, and then step it in and come to your mountain. And take as many breaths as you need here to find that steadiness in the body once again. So balance could be what we're doing here. This practice is about balance. Taking the other leg back, front knee bends, stays behind the toes. Hands start out on the chair until our body starts to feel steady. And we bring our gaze up. Maybe we bring our arms up. But there can be balance in many things. Balance in our exercise program means we may have yoga one day and maybe a walking exercise the next day. Maybe we lift weights on the third day. It's all about balance in the body. And then we're going to bring the hands down and we're going to take that hand that's on the same side as the knee. We're going to turn towards that knee and draw that hand back. And then maybe we put the other arm forward, coming into our twist. And we just hold here, breathing in and breathing out, nice and even. There's also balance in our diet. So we know we need a little protein and a lot of vegetables and some fruits. Maybe a little carb once in a while too. Hand to the chair, bring that back arm around, untwist, step forward, come to mountain. For me, that balance in my diet also includes a little chocolate. How about you? A little, not a lot. I eat it in balance. Yes, okay, very good. So now we're going to turn sideways to the chair. And we're going to come into some leg lifts out to the side. So you can have this other arm on your hip and we just lift. So standing on one leg, lifting the other leg out to the side, balancing on one foot, lift. Now, to challenge that balance, yep, you can hover the hand or you can put your hands on your hips. Let's see if we can't bring that leg forward. That's more of a challenge for me. Got to really think about it. There's also balance in what we do. And I don't mean about exercise. Can we take it back? Hover and bring it down. Take it back and hover. So we want balance in our shopping, not spending too much, right? And then come to mountain. We want balance in how much we go out and entertain ourselves. And there's always balancing the checkbook, right? So we put our hand on the chair. We're going to come into a pose called half moon. Now, half moon can be a lot of things for people. So please follow along as best you can. Start out, hand on the hip, take that leg out, hold there, and take that same side arm and reach it out. So I've got it up a little bit because I'm starting to lean now towards my chair, bringing that leg up, bringing the arm up, still holding onto the chair for stability. And then lower it back down, half moon, standing on one leg. Now the other challenge for this might be to have your chair so that you're on the side of the chair. You can start out here, bring the leg up, bring the arm out, and then if you want, see if you can touch the seat of your chair. This is not for everyone. You have to have a lot of balance, so maybe it's a pose we work up to. We stay at the back of the chair until we have mastered that, if you will, if there's such a thing as mastering it. I don't know. And then maybe we challenge ourselves one day by placing our hand in the seat of the chair. And then slowly lower and bring your body up. Come to mountain and breathe. And then we'll come into down dog. So now I've got to push my chair back into its back towards me. And I walk back and I push my hips back and I just kind of lengthen through the legs and through the back, pushing the hips back and up, lowering the chest between the arms. And stay here for a few breaths. Now, if this makes you uncomfortable or dizzy, come up. There are other poses we could practice that will help. No need to work through any pain or dizziness or even unsteadiness that causes you dizziness. And then come on up, walk the feet towards the chair. We're going to come into half moon on the other side, so I'm going to switch my chair over and start here with the back of the chair facing my hip. And again, we're going to lift that leg out and down, preparing the body for half moon. Maybe we bring it forward and down. And maybe we take it back and up. And down. Now we'll come into that half moon. Hand on the chair. We lift the leg out to the side and then we lift the other arm out to the side. So same side arm and leg are lifting up and away from the body. And maybe we lean a little towards our chair. And we hold here, drawing the shoulders back, coming into a standing half moon, pushing through the heel, of course engaging your core. And then exhale and place it down. Now I'm going to turn my chair for the other form of that pose. You could stay at the back of the chair and practice it again. I'm going to be here. I'm going to start with the leg lifting, the arm lifting, abs engaged, and then I slowly lower my hand down to the chair. Now be mindful that you might not be ready for this. You need to be able to balance on one leg to bring that hand down. And hold and breathe, drawing the shoulders back, gaze straight out in front of you, push through the heel, lift with the arm. Balance. balancing on one leg. Oh yeah. And then release it and come to your mountain pose and walk it out. Very nice. So now turning so that the back of the chair is facing you once again. Down dog. Push it back, stretch it out. And take a couple breaths here. Balancing out the body now. Balancing right to left. Come up a little bit, look forward. Step one foot forward into that lunge pose again. And then we're going to have the chair really close to the foot. So you don't want the chair way far away from you. You want it hovering over the foot. And we're going to lift that back foot off the floor as we lean out over the chair. We're still holding on to the chair. So whatever leg you've lifted, now you want to lift the opposite arm. And pulling the belly in. And again, you're balancing on one foot. Lift and hover the hand that's on the chair. And you might notice that your ankle starts shaking. Maybe your body wants to lean to one side. Put the hand down. Balance the body out again. Lift and hovers. Find that challenge to the body's balance. And then place the hand back down. One more. Lift. Hold. Breathe. Exhale. Hand down. Foot down. Mountain pose. How did you do? That's a challenge, I know. So let's try it on the other side. If you're willing, get that foot close to the chair. Bend the knee a little. Back foot comes back. Hands start out on the chair. We lift that back leg. Balancing on the standing leg here. And then on your next inhale, maybe you lift the opposite arm forward. So when our leg is back, the opposite arm is forward. And then I hope you can see my hands hovering now and balancing on one leg. And then I place the hand down when I get too wobbly. Hover the hand, hold and breathe. And then place it down. We'll do one more like that. Here we go. Abs in, breathing. Don't hold your breath. Lift the hand. Take a couple breaths here. Push through that back heel. And then hand down, foot down, mountain pose. Whoa, that one was a challenge for me. How about you? Are you challenged? Let's climb the ladder here. So we just stand in mountain, one hand up, the other hand up, and we just reach out of one side, reach out of the other. And this helps us with our balancing of the body here, evening it out now, because we were standing on one leg and using the opposite hand, and now we want to bring that to balance. Bring everything back to center in a balanced mountain pose. Good. So you're still on the back of the chair. Chair's still available to us. We can use it or not use it. We're going to start out. I'm going to start out with one hand on the chair, and the outer leg is going to lift. And I'm going to hold, pulling the belly in. Once I feel nice and steady, and I'm not leaning one way or the other, so the knee is right out in front of my hip, not crossbody. Flex the foot and maybe lift the hand. And when you get wobbly, you put the hand back down. Let's try it again. So in Dancer, we were holding the leg back. Now we're holding this leg forward. A very different challenge. And down, and just come to mountain. And let's climb the ladder again and even that out. Very nice, very nice. Lower the hands down. Lift the other knee. Notice I'm turning sideways a little bit so you can see it's right out in front of my hip, not cross body. Flex the foot. Hover the hand. Place the hand down. Keep that foot up. Hover the hand. Place the hand down. One more. And down. Good. Okay, do you remember at the beginning of this practice, we closed our eyes to challenge our balance. So we're going to do that here, so be very mindful. Anytime you need to, you keep that hand right on the chair. So let's lift that outer leg up, hover the hand, close the eyes. Whoa! Notice my hand's right there by my chair. So if I start to lean, I lean into the chair and the hand comes down to steady the body. And then lower it down. So because I was leaning, I'm going to take my chair over to the other side so that this hand is on the chair, and as I lift the outer leg again and I lean, my chair is available to me for balance. Are you ready? Here we go. We lift the foot and lower. Now lift the foot, hold, hover the hand, close the eyes, and then put the hand down, foot down. We'll do that 2 more times. Lift the knee, hover the hand, close the eyes. You don't have to close the eyes completely. You can glance down. That's going to be a challenge too. Release it. 1 more. Here we go. Abs engaged. Everything working on our balance. And then lower it down and walk that out. Very nice. Let's climb the ladder one last time to even out that body. Very good. And then float the arms down. Standing in mountain, crossing the arms over the chest. And breathe. And if you'd like here some more practice, close your eyes. Both feet are on the floor, and maybe now you feel more anchored in your feet, and maybe your shoulders are more over your hips so that you feel that sense of balance and steadiness in the body. And then open your eyes, open your arms. Take a couple breaths here. Pull those arms back, open through the chest. Nice big inhale. Now when you cross the arms, other arm's going to come on bottom. Crossing them in front of your chest here. Going to be like this. Elbows down, and just breathe, and maybe close your eyes. Maybe just glance down. Anything that you do here to challenge your balance is going to benefit the balance in your body and the balance in your life, because you're not only building body balance and awareness, you're also building that concentration, that willpower to try something new, challenge yourself, open your eyes, reach those arms out, out, and down at your side. Just pause here in mountain as we close out this practice and say to ourselves one more time, I live in balance. Hands in front of you, bow to your body. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll come back and practice this balance program a couple more times so that you really have that balance in your body.